Okay, so now we are looking at the types of data. There are two types of data. One is qualitative, and the other one is quantitative. And this is the information we'll be looking at. When we say data, we just mean the information that we'll be studying in statistics. And it could be of two types. One is qualitative, the other one is quantitative. So when it is qualitative, it means that we have something that is non-numeric. Okay, it's represented by, we can say, words. Okay, for example, things that can be represented, that can be qualified, or that can be put as qualitative data. One is colors. Okay, colors of things. For example, you could have the colors of cars that are parked in a car park, okay, or in a parking lot. We could have the colors being red, black, white, and say blue. Okay, these are the colors. Then we can start to find out how many red cars are there, how many black cars are there, whatever. But this is qualitative data. We are looking at the colors of the cars. Okay, the how much is not the data we are looking at. What we are looking at is the color of the cars. Could be color of cars wherever that are being made or whatever. Now the other thing, it could be types of fruits. Okay, for example, the types of fruits that are in a basket, or the types of the favorite fruit of somebody or whatever. So if we have the types of fruits that are in a basket, we could have, or in an orchard, we could have apples, bananas, blah blah blah. Right? This is a type of quantitative data, of qualitative data. I'm sorry, apples, bananas, grapes. This is qualitative because it is non-numeric. It is, we are not dealing with things that are like the mass of a person, 65, 90. No, we are dealing with things that are our data is not values. Our data is words. Okay, apples, bananas, grapes, pineapples. These are the types of fruits that we have in our basket. We can start now to say how many apples are there, but the how many is never the data. The data we are looking at is not the how much, but it is this what I'm showing you, like here for qualitative, the red, the black. That's the data we are looking at. Okay. Now the other thing we could have is something like customer feedback, something that could fit into categories like on customer feedback we could have satisfied. Okay, I remember being in a post office and having something where you could fill in, were you satisfied or were you dissatisfied, dissatisfied, satisfied, or dissatisfied, or it was just okay. Okay, neutral. Okay, these are the types you could have if we are recording, the customer feedback: dissatisfied, satisfied, and neutral. These, what type of data is this? It's qualitative. It's not numbers. Okay, it is not like the height of a person, the mass of a person, the age of a person. Those are quantitative. They are values. There will be numbers, but here there will be words. Okay, our data would be words. Okay, then we start to find out how much do we have of each type of thing. Now, anyway, when we are dealing with qualitative data, we normally represent it, okay, in a bar chart or in a pie chart. When we're doing these visual representations, remember we talked about representing things visually, okay? And now when we are representing them visually, because if you remember, it's like OVS, organize, visualize, summarize, analyze, right? On organize, that is where you put in tables. On visualize, that is where you put in diagrams, right? In summarize, that is where you calculate the measures, okay? Measures of tendency and measures of whatever, of variation or variability. Now, when we talk about analyzing, where you're now just interpreting. So in this, we are on visualizing, and we said for this, we usually represent qualitative data either in a pie chart or a bar chart. Okay. Now here's an example for question. We're going to see the two types of questions, and we'll see which method to use. So here's a question, and we want to be able to visualize this qualitative data. We've been given it as a table, so the next step is to visualize, right? It has been organized for us. The table shows the results of a survey of how pupils in a class traveled to school. Okay, so how pupils in a class traveled to school. And here is the method of travel. Private car, those who came with their parents, 12 in a car. Then public transport, 6. Bicycle, 5. Walking, 9. Now they said, illustrate diagrammatically. This is a question. They've given you this information. So the fact, look at our type of data. Remember, the number is not the type. Here is the type of data. Here's our data. When we want to see what type it is, we look at the data, not the number. The amount has nothing to do with the data. What is the data? Method of travel. What do we have? Private car, public transport, bicycle, walking. These are the data. This is the data we have, and it is qualitative. It's words. Private car, public transport, bicycle. It's not masses. So when we are representing this, either we're going to use a pie chart or we are going to use a bar chart. Now, a bar chart, you're going to see that it's something very similar to a histogram. But the difference is that bar charts, the bars have distinct separations. They have gaps. So let's go ahead and let's make. So the first thing which you do if you want to make a bar chart, you can use either in this question. You can use both of them. You can use a pie chart or you can use a bar chart. So we're going to start with the pie chart. First thing which you need for anything is to get the total. So it's going to be 12 plus 6, you get 18, plus 5, you get 23, and then plus 9, you get 32. So the total is going to be 32. So right now I have 32 students in total. Now so here you can say total, you can say, first thing, they say to illustrate. So you're going to say total number of pupils. Sometimes they give you the question. Total number of pupils, what is the total, is equal to 32. Now the next thing which we do is we now start to find we want to change each of these categories into percentages. Then we can be able to put into degrees rather. Then we can be able to put into a pie chart. So let's start. I'll say private car. Private car, what do we have in private car? What did it get? It was 12 and it's 12 over 32. So we'll say 12 over 32, then we multiply by 360 degrees. Because we want to put into a pie chart, which is a complete revolution. It's a circle which is 360 degrees. So we want to find how the angle for each. Remember, all we want to do is to make a diagram that when you look at it, you can know you can know everything just by looking at a diagram. Okay, you can be able to see, oh, this is the one that most people do or most people use. You can see for this that you'll be saying, oh, this is the method that most people use to come to school and stuff like that. So here, private car, 12 over 32 times 360, which 135 degrees. Okay, so in here we get it as 135 degrees. That's for the first one. Then now we go to public transport. We go to public transport. What do you have for us, Mr. Public Transport? Public transport, what is it going to be? 6 over 32 times, what is the angle? 360 degrees. So we go for that. Let's put it. 6 divided by 32. I get it. Times 360. 67.5 degrees. 67.5 degrees. All right. Now after this, we go to bicycle. So it's bicycle. What do we have? And then we'll do walking, right? Now, for bicycle, what do we have? 5 over 32. So it'll be 5 over 32. Then we say times 360 degrees. Then for walking, it'll be 9 over 32. Then times 360 degrees. So we can go for it. What is the, for bicycle, 5 divided by 32. Then we say times 360. We get 56.25. Okay, I'm first writing the answers as they are. So we get 56.25 degrees. Then walking, it is 9 over 32. So it will be 9 divided by 32. We get an answer. We say times 360. We'll get 101.25 degrees. So there we go. These are our angles that we have gotten from that we have converted. We've converted the quantities into angles, and now we can put in a pi. Okay, so for me, I don't have the equipment, but you can. I know you can construct using your stationery in the math set. So make sure you have it. You have your math set with you. Now that I've made it, I'm just going to make rough drafts. Okay, something of things that I know already. So anyway, I think the easiest one is this 101.95 because I'm going to say 90 degrees would be exactly like this. And to go to 101, it's just slightly greater than 90 degrees. So, because 90 degrees would have been exactly like that. So 101 is just slightly greater than 90. So this would be my 101.95, which would be my walking. Okay, I don't have to put the angle, I'll just put what it is. So this would be walking. And then the next one would be, let's try to put private car 135. Okay, so what I know is that 180 would have come like this. And then this should have been 180. But I'm going to remove 50 degrees. 90 is like this. 50 would be just a little bit greater than 45, like this. Okay, so this is 50 degrees that I have removed. Okay, oh, I should remove exactly 45. Great. So I'll remove 45 and I'll get 135. So yeah, it's okay. So I've removed 45, this 45 from 180. Okay, because 35 is 180 less 45. So I've removed the 45. Then I know I'll remain with 135, which would be private car. Remember, you will be constructing with equipment, so you don't have to try and be like this. Okay, this is 45 now. I'm left with 56.25 and 67. So 45, I just make it like 10 degrees greater like this. And this would be my, like this. This would be my 56.25, which would be the bicycle. And then the remainder, the 67.5, would be now the public transport. So now here's my pie chart and I'm done. Bravo, I'm done. This is my pie chart. Okay, I said private care. Come on, it's private car. Then now I can make a, so this is one way. Okay, you put it down here. Sorry for putting it up there. You put it down here. This is for your pie chart. Now let's see how we'll do for our bar chart. In bar chart, we don't have to do this calculation right here. This calculation, we don't need it in bar charts. Okay, we don't need the calculation for converting to angles. That's for the pie chart. For bar chart, all we got to do is to take input. So let's put for bar chart. For bar chart. Now, what are we going to do? Well, what we're going to do is to put the categories on the x-axis. That's always what you do. So it'll be like this. Then we put the categories on the x-axis. What are the categories? Private car, public transport, bicycle, walking. So first would be private car, then public transport. Okay. Public transport. And then the next one is going to be bicycle, then walking. Okay, I'm sorry. So it'll be bicycle, then walking is going to be the last. So let's put it like bicycle and then walking. Now, what we're going to do is to then put the totals on the left, okay, on the y-axis. That's where we're going to put the number of pupils. And we can see the highest is 12, then 9, then 6, then 5. So we can go ahead and put, so I could say this is my 1, my 2, my 3, my 4, my 5, my 6, my 7, my 8, my 9, my 10, my 11. Then here we have the last one, which would be my 12. Okay. Then what we're going to do is to start putting. So private car is 12. So we go for private car. We take it all the way up to 12. That is for our private car. Okay. Then it comes down like this. Okay. So let me make it nicer. I'm sorry. Go all the way up to 12. Like this. Okay. Then we put it like this. Then all the way down. Great. Sorry, it's getting thin. I'm not sure. I want it to be straight. Good. Then we go for public transport. It is 6, then 5, then 9. So we go to 6, Then we move along 6, then down like that. Make sure your bars are the same thickness. Then bicycle is going to be 5. Which would then come like this and like that. Then walking is going to be, walking would be 9. So walking is 9. So I go all the way up. Then like this. And then all the way down with my walking. And this signals the things. And I'm done. Look at how easy it is. Private car, public transport, bicycle, and walking. These are the categories and you're done. That's your bar chart, okay? And it is now easy to see. So here I can put, I should never forget to put method of travel here. This would be the method of travel. Method of travel. I don't want to lose marks for anything stupid. And then on the other side, this is where, sorry, this method of travel is down here. My gosh, what did I do? Method of travel here. Method of travel is the one that is coming here. Then on this, we are having the number of pupils. Number of pupils. Okay, number of pupils on this side. And you're done. Here's your bar chart. And that is how you represent it. Now we'll look at one more example, which is a little bit different, and we are done.